Suzuki of Michael Byrne.
Looks like he's got a pretty good pick there. Michael Byrne, typically a pretty good starter. Ride with an injured shoulder, but see how he can go tonight.
As soon as that 32nd board goes sideways, she'll exit the track. She does, and we're set to go racing here in Indy. Whole shot to Chad Reed on the 22 Yamaha, and he's got the lead as they bust into the woods with Tim Berry right behind him on the 15, and here's Langston.
And I don't see the number 7 of James Stewart. There he is, second to last off the start.
Way in the back is James Stewart. There you see him coming through the field. He's right alongside of Heath Voss. And Jeff, settle in, because watching James Stewart come through the pack is something special in Supercross. You see Kevin Windham has a problem on his number 14.
Stewart just went past 2 or 3 guys right there in that one turn.
Now, Chad Reed knows, Jeff, that somewhere back there is Stewart. He's got to check out and get as much of a lead as he can if he wants to hold on and get his second win of the year.
Well, his mechanic will be giving him the signal in the pitboard area that Stewart's way back, okay? He had some pretty good lap times earlier today.
Eric.
Guys, an upsetting moment for Kevin Windham here. Kev, off to a great start. What happened to your bike right there?
Well, at the end of practice, I thought I heard a noise, and we thought we were going to try to put a new engine in, and that's what we did. That was the first time I made a lap on it. I have no idea what happened.
Tough luck for Kevin Windham tonight. Regroup. We'll see him again next weekend in Dallas.
Stewart now trying to work his way through the field. He's racing with the number 40 machine. Right now, trying to pick up another spot. That's Jeff Gibson. Stewart won't panic, though, Jeff. He's very confident in his abilities. In fact, we talked about this very thing earlier today, about what it's like for him to come through the field and how exciting it is for the fans to watch that. He understands it, says he even kind of enjoys it himself. Let's see what happened to him.
Look at Stewart here. Look how comfortable he is in traffic. Has his left hand off, pulls the tear off, tries to square up.
Gets hit by Josh Subby even.
Now what he's not used to, the reason Stewart got hit there, he's used to being out front. He's used to going wherever he wants. He was in the middle of a huge pack, so he goes in high, tries to cut down low. Subby and 2 or 3 other guys are there. Very fortunate that he didn't get taken out and kept it on 2 wheels. But the thing about James Stewart going through traffic, he is absolutely fearless when it comes to passing guys. That right there might have been a little wake-up call. Take it a little bit easy.
He's got Davey Millsaps behind him on the 118, and Andrew Short just in front of him. He gets past Short, and now sets his sights on Ivan Tedesco. Tedesco looks over his shoulder. There's Stewart. They're side by side off the corner.
Stewart right now making another pass on Tedesco. Setting about 8 seconds behind the leader. And for a good main event.
And that puts him up to about 5th. David Villeman is his next target on the number 12. That's 4th. Villeman in the white riding gear.
I want you guys to watch how much speed Stewart carries through this next set of whoops. He's going to go, he just goes blast through the entry, goes by Villeman like he's standing still.
Why does James Stewart go through there so much better than everybody else?
I
wish
really
you knew,
wish,
right?
I wish I knew, but he just attacks the course like nobody I've ever seen. And right now he says we talked to him earlier. So he really enjoyed the track tonight. He's having a great time out there racing. Setting still about 8 or 9 seconds behind the lead. So once he gets into second, which I think he'll probably be able to run up there, chase down his teammate Ferry. Have about 10 laps to chase down Reed for the lead.
Well, Reed's running a pretty good pace, by the way. His best lap of 44.8. Stewart has turned to 44.8 as well. There is Chad Reed. And let's go back and take a look at a progressive direct hole shot.
You see it. Chad Reed right there had that thing all the way. Perfect gate. All by himself across the line for the progressive direct hole shot.
To see this and other hole shots from throughout the season, visit holeshotheaven.com.
So now, if I'm Chad Reed, I am really going to focus. This might be the little gift that he's needed to have Stewart get get off the gate a little bit behind, but he has to focus, give it everything he's got, not make any mistakes, put in perfect laps right now. See if he can keep that gap.
Fight for third. Stewart blows right by Grant Langston on the number 8. Next up for Stewart, will be trying to track down his teammate Tim Ferry, who's having a very good run in second and has been very quick all season long.
Well, I'm sure that he's going to be conscious of where Stewart's at, and mechanics probably going to give him a signal on the board that, hey, let the 7 by. He needs to chase down the 22 to get championship points.
There's Chad.
Oh, and you just seen a tough block in the middle of the track right after the finish line. Here comes Ferry. He misses it.
Here's a gap back to second and third. Now Stewart on the backside of his teammate. That's Ferry in the red riding gear.
And that is where Stewart is the best in the world. Going through those whoops, he absolutely explodes heading into the whoops. That's why he comes out of them with so much more speed, makes the pass on the obstacle going into the turn.
And the crowd cheering him on. You can hear them on their feet here in the RCA Dome. Stewart now is 6 seconds behind Chad Reed. And we're approaching the halfway point.
So Stewart started out 8, 9, 10 seconds behind. Right there, 5.7 seconds.
He's got plenty of time to do it, as we're not even to the halfway point yet. There's Reed now working his way through slower traffic, including Paul Carpenter on the 37.
Traffic sometimes plays a huge part in the outcome of the race. Typically, it's easier for the second guy around.
There's a gap back to Stewart. James Stewart trying to catch Chad Reed as Michael Byrne gets ready to make another lap here in the Dome. We'll be right back. Chad Reed, a winner earlier this year at Qualcomm Stadium in San Diego, California, trying to win one here in the Heartland now. Out front on the Team San Manuel Yamaha.
But Chad earlier said how much he liked this track, how much fun it was. Got a great opportunity here to win another race. The chase is on. Stewart is 5.5 seconds behind, and Chad's put in some pretty good laps right now.
Stewart now working through traffic as well. And when you and I ran into Chad Reed last night at dinner, he's very relaxed, out enjoying some of the nightlife here in Indiana, ready to go racing.
Well, that definitely a happy racer is typically a good racer. If you're not comfortable or not having a good time, typically you just ride tight. But both of these guys said they love the track. Right now, the bikes seem to be working awesome for both these riders. With 10 to go, we got a pretty good race brewing. And I'm telling you, if I'm Chad Reed right now, I am so focused, and I'm going to give it everything I got to get this win. And we see James Stewart right there doing the triple, triple, triple through the rhythm section. That might be the little bit extra that he needs to catch Chad Reed here in the next 9 laps.
Aaron, Chad Reed is running an outstanding race, though.
Indeed he is tonight, Ralph. In fact, I was able to catch up with his team manager, Larry Brooks, earlier this afternoon, and they were telling me what a great week that they had had of riding. A little relaxation, a little downtime. And if you notice, Chad's come out here swinging tonight. He's riding more comfortable than I've seen him ride in quite some time.
Boy, Reed has really been wanting to get a win, too, Jeff. Every time you talk to him, he says, I've got to do it. And Stewart has been picking off time. He's closed it to less than 5 seconds between him and Reed. And he's got 9 laps left to go.
And I tell you, Chad Reed, Aaron talking about Chad Reed being comfortable and happy right now. He's losing time to James Stewart. About a second a lap. Stewart is absolutely on fire, jumping that rhythm section. Making up a little more than a second a lap. Pretty soon, Chad Reed ain't going to be so comfortable.
Well, now as he makes that turn, he can see Stewart coming the other way, so he knows he's there now. And there's 3 seconds back behind.
And there's 2 sections on the track that James Stewart is doing different than anybody else. That's where he's making up the time. Right here is one of them. Nope. Has to do it in 4 jumps this time around. Had a little bit of traffic, couldn't get lined up for it.
And a good Joe Olaf on that 115. Stewart's not panicking though, Jeff. He's just reeling them in.
Well, this is what these guys live for. Having a great time out there. He knows he's catching Reed. His mechanic, Jeremy Albrecht, be giving him the signal how many laps are left.
That's a big section right there. Stewart jumping all the way into the corner. Reed knows he's closing. He's got to get through this traffic as quickly as he can, and the crowd's starting to cheer him on.
He is closing fast. Stewart's got into a little bit of traffic there. Not able to jump through the triple section like he did, but he is still making up time on Chad Reed.
Here's one of those sections where Stewart is so fast.
Now watch right there. He came through those whoops, basically did it in 2 jumps, where he'll lift the front wheel, set it down, and pop right back out. Crowd's going crazy.
Both of them jumping deep into the corner.
Right here, Stewart triples out of that, makes up a little bit more time. That could be one of his passing points.
There's Jeremy Albrecht cheering on James Stewart.
See right here, James triples, does another triple,
and takes the lead. Boy, there is just no way of answering that, is there?
There just isn't. Chad Reed putting in some great laps, but not doing those obstacles was costing him about a second a lap, and you can see that was worth about 4 bike lengths.
Oh boy, Reed trying as hard as he can to come back. He's not giving up. And Reed, a former champion in his own right, trying to hang on, sitting second in the points. Let's go back and see how Stewart took the lead away.
All right, let's take a look at Stewart here. 7 on the green bike. He gets out of sync with Chad Reed. He does that whole section in 3 jumps. Takes the lead.
I'll tell you what, Chad Reed is not done. The Australian just tenacious in his effort to try to get the lead back as this crowd here is on their feet.
Not giving up, Chad Reed. Such an incredible competitor. He's gotten a lot of seconds this year, but right now he's hooked on to something good. He's giving it everything he's got for the fans in Indianapolis.
One of the grittiest riders you'll find anywhere. Chad Reed.
And Chad Reed does the triple section.
You saw the blue and yellow flag, the move over flag for the other riders to look out of the way because the leaders are coming through.
Now, it's not often that a rider picks up on a line that is as difficult as that in the last 5 laps of the night. Typically, you learn this in qualifying practice, maybe in your heat race. But Chad picked up on that. We'll see if he can stay with Stewart here for the last few laps.
Looks like a couple of little mistakes there in that last section of racetrack that cost Chad Reed quite a bit of time. Well, he had such a great night going. He sure cannot be disappointed with the way he's ridden here tonight, Jeff.
No, Chad puts in great rides each and every week, but for him, Sam Noel Yamaha guys, it's all about winning races. Second place, they are not happy with.
Going around Michael Byrne. And Andrew Short in front of him. Tim Ferry, Stewart's teammate, rides in 3rd. There he is. And Ferry having another good run. Trying to wrap up 3rd in the points.
Well, he has put in some great rides and was off the podium here these last couple of weeks, but great ride here tonight. Had a pretty good heat race, and there's a lot of guys battling for this 3rd position on the podium now that Carmichael's gone. And over these last 2 or 3 years, it's been all about Stewart, Carmichael, and Reed. So that's why it's so important to get that coveted 3rd place position. Ferry's on his way.
Reed looking like he's going to have to settle for his 14th top 5 of the season. Stewart, meanwhile, getting ready for his 9th win in 14 races.
And if starting second to last And winning the race by 2 or 3 seconds doesn't prove that you're the man. I don't know what else does.
We talked about how with the retirement of Ricky Carmichael that the brightest lights in the sport shine on this man now, the number 7 of James Stewart, getting set to rewrite a lot of the records in this series as James Stewart makes his way to the checkered flag and the win here in Indianapolis. He has done it, dominating another one, and we'll be right back to talk to him. Hitting in impressive fashion inside the RCA Dome as we take a look at our Suzuki results. An impressive ride as well for Ivan Tedesco, who had to battle his way out of the last chance qualifier up to a 5th in the main event. Chad Reed led most of the laps tonight, but just could not hold off the hard charge that James Stewart put on the field here tonight, Aaron.
Well, James Stewart, he had his work cut out for him tonight. James, you took a look over on that first lap. You saw Chad check right out.